Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to our channel, Front Porch Wisdom. How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone is having a wonderful, blessed day today. It is a beautiful day. The sun is shining, and it is just gorgeous. A little cold, but it's beautiful outside, and I hope everyone is enjoying their day. So today, we're just going to have a story time chat. I'm going to be sharing with you a story that was shared with me over 10 years ago that it really hit me when I heard it, and I think a lot of you will be able to relate to this story. And some of you may be experiencing this story right now. It may be very real where you are in life. But so we're going to get started with the story. So today's story is about the lady that gave me the name Front Porch Wisdom. Her name is Betty Parks. She shared with me this story about a young lady. I call her young, but she was in her 80s, and she told me how this woman took on a role as a caregiver for her grandkids, and her daughter was supposedly going to school, trying to do something with her life, with herself, and had asked her mother, which was the kid's grandmother, would she watch those kids while she took on that responsibility of going back to school. And so, like any good parent or grandparent, we would say yes because we can see the bigger picture and we want that child to succeed and be the best that they can be. So she took on that role of taking responsibility for the grandkids, her daughter's kids. So as time went on, the daughter did attend school. She got in school, but I don't think her grades were great, and she got a little discouraged about the grades, and so she dropped out. She dropped out of school. But now, little did she tell her mother that she had dropped out of school. So the mother is still taking on that role of raising her grandkids. Now remember, this grandmother, is in her early 80s. Okay? And so when the grandmother found out that the daughter had quit school and had been out of school for some time and never came and told her that she had quit school and that she literally just let her mother raise her kids, whereas her mother could have been enjoying her life, doing the things that she wanted to do, she failed to tell her that she had quit. So meanwhile, the daughter was out living her life and doing everything she wanted to do. And that grandmother, was sitting back home keeping these grandkids, thinking that the daughter was attending school. So her story was, all this time that she had took on the responsibility of raising her grandkids, no one ever stopped by to see what she needed for the kids. Nobody stopped by to see what her favorite movie was that she liked to watch. No one knew her favorite colors. No one knew her favorite book. No one knew what her favorite food was to eat. I mean, it was just like she was forgotten. The kids was dropped on her, and that was it. And we know that a lot of times when we see situations like that is done out of love. I mean, a grandparent, a mother, we love our grandkids, and it's probably nothing in the world that we wouldn't do for them. And so if it's something that's going to help somebody else to be better in life, then that's usually what a grandparent does if they can and if they're not working. But, I've heard that story. That story was told to me. But then over the years, I've actually seen it happen in a lot of situations where a grandmother or someone took on the role of being a caregiver for someone and completely gave up their own life to do so. That's a huge, huge commitment. And it shows a lot of love for that person. But most of the time, those people are forgotten. Their life is pretty much over in a sense, because I've heard a lot of people say it takes so much of their time to take care of someone else that they don't have time for themselves. You know, by the time they want to go to a movie, or they want to go to a concert, or they want to take a little mini vacation or whatever, they're too tired. And their commitment stays with that person that they are the caregiver over. And so they do this day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. And then when you notice, you've gotten old, and some of the things that you used to do, you can't do anymore. It's almost like you kind of need some assistance now. Someone to kind of watch you to make sure that you're okay. And every time I heard that story, it just makes me sad, because I won't say that it's a waste, because I do believe it was done out of love from the heart. But it's sad to me that that person was forgotten about. I think that it would have been a lot better if that person was bought flowers or some candy, or was recognized for the good things that they were doing, a birthday card, a cake, something. And I'm not saying that this pertains to everybody, but like I said, in my situation, I have seen and heard people say, not in a grudging way, but I've heard people say that it took all of my life to take care of this person or take care of that person. And a caregiver doesn't have to be an elderly person. It's just a commitment of someone saying, hey, I'm going to take responsibility to do this for this person. You don't have to be an elderly person. And so, I've heard that story so many times, and it's just so sad, because, I have been close to someone that was like that, and I tried to get that person to get out and take rides and try to get away and take their minds off of things, and things like that. And it was just like they was either just committed, they was too nervous that something would happen if they wasn't there. It had to be them that could take care of that person and nobody else. Or they was just afraid to, they had just done it for so long that it was just stuck in their head that they couldn't leave that person, you know. And so, it's something to think about and something to see when it really hits home, you know. Those people that are forgotten. But then, you find people that, you know, they don't have to watch them 24/7, but they choose to watch them 24/7. And sometimes you can step in a situation and think that you're fixing something, and sometimes to that person it's not broken, and so you can't go in and try to fix anything. And when I say fix, I mean suggest things to someone, like, hey, why don't you get out, why don't you take a break, let's go grab lunch, or let's go grab a movie or whatever. And their answer is, no, I can't, I have to do this, I have to do that, I don't have nobody that can swap out with me where I can leave, or whatever it may be. And so once you are committed to a situation like that, and that responsibility falls on you, it is hard to give it over to someone else, because one, you don't trust anyone else to do the job. like you would do it. And then second of all, it's just like I'm the one. I'm the only one that this person trusts and count on and can do for this person. There's nobody on earth besides me that can do it. And so their life is pretty much, you know, doing that for that person. And so they miss out on a lot of things in life, that goes on, and I think, and like I said, I have seen this happen, I have experienced it, and it's such a sad thing to see a life kind of wasted in a sense. And when I say wasted, once again, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, it's a choice that we make to do those types of things. And I do truly believe it's done out of love. But at the same time, it's a commitment to that person between the two people, I'm sure. But at the same time, that person, all the things that life has or had for that person, they've kind of missed out on it, you know. And I don't know. You always hope and pray that things or situations will get better. But I think once a person lives in a certain situation for so long, it's almost kind of really hard to change their thinking, you know, of how they do things. And so, you know, and like I said, just most of the time, those people are forgotten, you know, just gratitude of, hey, I know you had my kids, or you had my daughter, or you had my son, and you've been doing this, making sure they have 3 meals a day. You make sure that they're bathed. You're making sure they get to school. You're helping them with their homework. Or, I know you have mom and you have to take her to doctor's appointments, and you got to make sure she gets her meds. And I know you have dad, and, dad he's got to go and get this checked out. He's got to go and get the car, make sure the tires, whatever it may be, you're the one that's pretty much the caregiver, making sure that all of those things are taken care of. And you do it so much, you do it repeatedly, that it's a part of your lifestyle. It's a part of whatever you normally do for you and your family, plus those things as well. And so, and like I said, it's not that we don't enjoy doing it. A lot of us are glad to be able to do it. But to what extent do we lose our life to do those things? Some people have. Some people have. And then some people know how to manage how to be a caregiver and still have a life. So, I guess it is to each his own how people take care of other people, and their lives are not forgotten, and they're not forgotten. They can still manage to take care of loved ones and still, at the end of the day, go out and have a life to where they're not forgotten and that they get to experience what life has for them. I think some people know how to manage that, but I have seen the other side where people didn't manage it, and regretfully, age caught up with them. Their bodies are not like they used to be. The energy isn't there like it used to be. The go get it is not there like it used to be. The excitement is not there like it used to be. And you can just kind of see where the commitment and the work that was put behind caring for someone has taken a toll on their body. And so, she shared that story with me, and it resonated with me because I could relate to what Betty Parks was sharing with me about this woman, this particular woman. But like I said, there's many women that stand in those shoes today that is experiencing the same thing. Men too, that have taken on roles out of love, and that's pretty much what it started out to be, was just love and doing something for a little minute of a period of time, but it became past that time. And now people are finding themselves in those roles, and I almost kind of wonder how they got there. They know why they got there, but how did they get there? How did it change from watching this person for 2 months to 10, 12 years? And so those people deserve a big thank you, a big hug, and because everybody deserves to live their own life. God has plans for everybody. Everybody has an individual plan for their life, and everybody I know would love to enjoy it the way they choose to. And so I just say kudos to those people that have done that. I just pray that before it's too late, that people can have an opportunity to relax and enjoy life to the fullest and not have all this extra commitment put on them and extra loads and burned out and tired and heart attacks and stress and depressed and all depressions of the world put on them. I hope that they get to enjoy life like everyone else does. So guys, today that was my story with T. I hope you enjoy that. I hope that if someone is experiencing this kind of story that I just shared with you, please comment down below and let me know, what you're going through, what you're facing, because be assured that you are not alone. There are a lot of people that are doing the same thing that you're doing. And I just pray that it gets better for you and that you get freedom to enjoy life to the fullest. So guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below. And share if you feel it's noteworthy to share. But you already know. I'll see you next time on the porch. Bye-bye.